Okay, this is my second take. I had a call. My daughter called me. She's okay. She's doing okay. She's on her way home. I'm doing life path numbers. I know the life path numbers are lengthy videos. They're like 20-minute videos. Um, it's a lot of information. It's just me just straight talking. I'm going to include links in the description box. So if you just want to go straight into the article, you can go into the description box, tap on the link, and it'll take you straight into the Life Path 7 link. I am going through the entire article and I'm reading it word for word. So you can always click on the link, or you can just set your phone down and listen to what life path number you choose, and just listen to it, because it can reflect onto your life. You can find a lot of things that you can relate to, and you can put it in place into your own life, and you can find like problems or things that you're doing that you're not doing, and you can be like, oh my god, like this is what I'm doing. And you can figure out what your life path number is. For you to know what your life path number is with your birthday. You have to put your birth date together. So it's the month, the date, and the year, and you have to add it one by one. So if your birthday is 11, is 1 plus 1, and the day, say, is 15, is 11 plus 1, and then you get 12. Then 12 plus 5 is 7. So then now you got 17. And then you have to add the year one by one by one. So, that's how you get your life path. And then even if the number is like 35, that's 3 and 5. You still have to add it so you can get a 1-digit number. That 1-digit number that you get, that is your life path number. So right now I'm on life path 7. The life path is the path of intelligence. It's a pretty good number, but I know it's a lengthy read, and you can just set your phone down and listen to it if you just want to hear it, and maybe you can piece it together into your own life. Or if you want to read the article for yourself, the link will be in the description box. And I'm also going to include Cafe Astrology, so that if you want to look at your birth chart has a lot of information also. It has your Venus, your moon, your sun. It has everything. It has all of the planets. It tells you everything about yourself. So I'm going to just go straight into the article. I'm using creative numerology. So this is where I'm getting all of the life path numbers. I'm using the different articles on it, but it's all from creative numerology. So Life Path 7. Life Path 7 is the path of intelligence. The Life Path 7 is taking you on an extraordinary journey in which your quest for knowledge is the main factor behind everything you do and everything that happens to you. You are the reality seeker who will accept nothing but the truth. And until you recognize and accept that the attainment of wisdom is your very purpose for being here, you may be left confused and frustrated by the actions and attitudes of other people, because not everyone that you meet is going to be on your level. You want to learn, you want to attain wisdom. Not everyone is like that. Not everyone wants to know and figure things out. So you may feel alone out there, frustrated with people. People on Life Path 7 are seeking perfection. But in this imperfect world, you can only aspire to what is perfect for you. And even when you have found your perfection, you will soon discover its flaws and become dissatisfied again. You do look for flaws. If you cannot recognize this trait in yourself, study your own actions and needs for a while, or ask someone who knows you well. You will soon see that you are an exacting soul whose standards are often too high for others and even you to maintain. So it's saying that you are a perfectionist, that you want everything to be perfect, and you end up disappointed in the end because nobody's perfect. And you end up being disappointed, and you have high standards. And okay, Life Path 7. Emotions shape not only human intelligence, but also an individual's psychological, defensive, and coping strategies. Indeed, the entire structure of the personality. That was written by Stanley Greenspan, a MD, the doctor. Emotions shape not only human intelligence, but also an individual's psychological defenses and coping strategies. So it's like the way you defend yourself and the way you can deal with situations. They inspire, and it's the structure of the personality. So the shape of the human intelligence is what you learn. What you learn is your psychological defensive and the way you cope with it. Yes. Like, okay. Okay, Dr. Stanley. But back to the article. You may want to remove yourself from the fray of everyday life, but others see this as aloofness or secrecy. And you find and find you difficult to get to know or even approach. Like people don't know how to talk to you or how to approach you or what to say because your standards are high and they know it. There is a strangeness about you which others may find unnerving, but this is a natural part of who you are. When you try to gain acceptance by acting normal, you can alienate others because you come across as shocking, vulgar, judgmental, or just plain awkward. Then your pride suffers and you are very proud. The lessons of dignity are very important to you and will help you to overcome the feelings of loneliness which often will overwhelm you. Damn. Okay. When you become comfortable with your differentness, others realize that it is actually your uniqueness, that thing that enables you to stand out from the crowd and be remembered. Life Path 7 brings mystique to your personality. You do intrigue people, and you like to be intrigued too. Puzzles excite you mainly because you yourself are a puzzle, a, a fascinating and sometimes confusing enigma. Unraveling the puzzle of you is all part of the journey. It's trying to figure you out because your standards are high or you're a perfectionist, and people want to figure you out, and it's not easy, but people will try. You tend to live in your mind. That means you're in your head most of the time, constantly going within to find answers to a steady stream of diverse questions. So that's actually pretty good that you go within instead of going to other people that are probably going to give you the wrong answers. You go within to find answers to a steady stream of diverse questions. Also looking for the truth which could bring about the changes you visualize. You have profound beliefs and feelings. You question authority and make impressing and moving arguments for social and personal change. You can astound others with your unusual perspective and insights. Wow. You are also prone to stress and worry when matters go beyond your understanding. You may suffer from headaches, which are the result of the sheer pressure that comes from thinking so hard, or from having to endure environments, people, or situations which go against your grain. That's thinking too much. You're in your head a lot. Your quest for answers often produces more questions. But isn't that the basis of higher intelligence? Answering questions with questions until the truth is uncovered. Just as the physical five path places stress on the body, the intellectual life path. So physical life path is 5. That's the life path 5 is like spontaneous. It's like you're all over the place. But the intellectual life path 7 can stress the mind beyond its comfort zone. Your headaches will continue until you allow your mind to expand and become so open that its boundaries no longer press down on you and hurt you. Developing a truly open mind is essential to your well-being and is a large part of your life's purpose. This is not as easy as it sounds. Part of the problem is that you may believe you already possess an open mind, when in fact you have fixed beliefs about many things. So it's good to be open-minded, like open to learn, open to see things, open to see things differently, because not everyone is open to see things differently. It is what it is, and that's what it is, and that's how it's gonna be, and that's it. Like some people are like that. So it's good when you're open-minded. Let's go. On Life Path 7, intellectual openness is achieved when you accept differences and imperfections, when you learn to accept the emotional realities of life, and when you express yourself spontaneously. It comes by accepting that you are a very sensitive and emotional person who came here to gain knowledge, which implies that you were not born with the knowledge that you came here to learn. So you don't know everything, okay? You're learning. You're learning as you go. You experience pain and embarrassment if you are scrutinized or criticized publicly. There is so much that others do quite openly that you must do behind closed doors. You prefer the company of those who you regard as educated, tasteful, or in some very way distinguished. Your love of high quality is probably one of your better known characteristics. Those on Life Path 7 possess a certain flashiness and panache, which would never be mistaken for gaudiness. So it's like you're flashy, you're panache, pizzazz. I guess you're spiffy, or you're like, I don't know, like you look good, like you're you're with the times, like you're fashionable. Gaudiness is like when you're just too much, like you're too much. But it's not gaudy, it's like you're flashy, you like people notice you. You tend to place yourself in conservative environments, but you answer to no clique, philosophy, or law unless it's your own. Even when you are at your least dignified, you instinctively know that you are a wise soul who must dance to the beat of your own tune. You are a deep thinker, a clever planner, an orchestrator, a keen investigator, a creative analyst, an accurate, intuitive, and an impressive problem solver. To expand these gifts to their full potential, you must learn to be at peace with both your thoughts and feelings. Indeed, you must learn to tell the difference between thought and feeling. Your excessive worrying is caused by your loving mind, but hating your feelings. So you like to think, you're in your head a lot, but you hate to feel. You hate to have feelings, to have emotions. So it's kind of strange there. Balance is achieved when your thoughts and feelings agree and accept each other. At that point, the inner harmony is reached, solutions are found, and headaches and other physical pain disappear. Paranoia is a common condition in Life Path 7. Paranoia. Wow, that's a big one. But the big brother you think is watching you is often your unacknowledged fear of how you're going to be perceived. That's thinking of what other people think of you. Like, don't think about other people. Like Path 7. Okay. On the other hand, in this age in which the whole concept of Big Brother has become a reality, there is much truth to saying that a paranoid is someone who knows little about what's going on. Let the natural emotional fear do what it's supposed to do, keep you safe. Truth is knowledge, and knowledge is power. In that order, information is only knowledge when it is accurate and accurately understood. Poverty is one of the things you are most afraid of, as well as the fear of scandal and indignity. But your ability to forge master plans with no detail left, no detail left, where am I? With no detail left to chance, can provide the inner security you need. But if your plans become plots and schemes, you place yourself in a vulnerable position to be caught. Then the paranoia starts all over again. There's often some form of fatigue in the life of Life Path 7, because 7 is the number of secrets, conspiracy, scandal, and behind the scene activities. Oh my God. I get so thirsty because it's a lot of talking. Behind the scene activities. You are not meant to live on the edge or be involved in fast, loud, chaotic activities or underhandedness. Your true potential cannot be realized in environments driven by envy, aggression, or manipulation. You need to think without interruption, to admire quality and artistry, and to soak up beauty and tranquility. You need calm and quiet, and you need inner peace so that your remarkable intuition can be developed. Wow. Your intuition enables you to sense and feel your way through life. When you learn to rely on the combined voice of your thoughts and feelings, positive results will follow. While others sit perplexed by a problem, you can produce the right answer instinctively in one intuitive flash. Like, you'll know what to say, you'll know the answer to things. And once you have the solution, your intuition will take you inward and backward to show you how you arrived at it. Yours is the probing mind of the analyst and scientist who will not rest until the question is answered in full. If someone tells you to do something without explaining the purpose, you will probably rebel, and you must know why. Like, why I gotta do this? Like, why are you telling me this? Like, what? You start questioning them, or you'll get upset. You can be afraid of your own thought process and the depths to which your mind is capable of going. This means that you are afraid of your spirituality. What? Spirit is your consciousness, not to be taken for the physical brain. It is your masculine energy, your light. You can become a master of spirituality if you learn how to incorporate your feminine energy, your will, your emotions into your personal equation. All of us have feminine and masculine energy, but you have to find a balance. That's the thing. You have to find a balance of both. But that's another talk. That's something else to talk about. Back to the article. Life Path 7 represents science. It's the number of knowledge and intelligence. You must learn to accept your emotions as this city. Every single video I have to talk about this noise. I am in New York City. That is the city noise. I'm in the Bronx, and it's noisy. Every day, all hours of the day, it is like this. I'm sorry. Where was I? Okay, I'm gonna just read the paragraph. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Life Path 7 represents science. It is the number of knowledge and intelligence, and you must learn to accept your emotions as part of yourself that is sacred as any other. You must address your unaddressed feelings. It has been the denial of emotion which has always kept spiritual reality out of the realms of science. Because I do that when I'm doing my articles or I'm doing my research. Like, I try to find the science of things, because spiritual things and science are completely different. So I can find the science of something, and then I'll find the spiritual meaning to it, and then it's a completely different article. Like, it does not relate to each other at all. So that's true. Spiritual reality out of the realms of scientists, they don't mix at all. Like, it's no, because spiritual things cannot be understood, and science has an answer to everything. There's a theory behind it. There's a science to it. Back to the article. True scientists are secretly trying to find God, the origin of life, but fear what they may find. And financial financial incentives to keep the truth from emerging has deterred the most brilliant minds from bringing much knowledge to humanity. Wow. Don't be afraid to be afraid. Feel your fears. Then you'll be able to separate those things which really do need extra caution from those which do not. Without this understanding, you can live an entire lifetime in a state of worry, concern, guilt, or paranoia. You may think you're not a scientist, or you may think you're not a spiritual individual, but you cannot deny that you love to dwell in the mind of yours to discover more truths about life. Life Path 7s cannot be happy without regular enlightenment. They try to look for more. But oh, how you hate the fear, the ordinary, and the mundane. You hate ordinary things. You can be cruel, a cruel critic, hurting other people's feelings, and even losing love and friendship with that sharp tongue of yours. Or perhaps you're one of those Life Path 7s who does not confront others directly, but waits until they're out of earshot before you tear them to shreds, acknowledging that you are indeed critical to those who do not meet your high standards and tastes. While it is your nature to seek perfection in life, remember that few others will ever meet your high expectations, even if they want to. Recognition of this tendency will help you to curb your inadvertent snobbery with a warm presence that exudes friendliness, confidence, intelligence, and compassion. You are at your most attractive when you express yourself with a little humility. So it's saying be humble because you could be an asshole. You can be rude. You can be, if people are not on your level to your liking, you can be mean. I'm sorry, like that's how that. Do not be surprised if some individuals try to follow your example and seek to become more like you. It may amuse or annoy you to see others copying your lifestyle, your look, your expression, or anything else of yours they admire. Remember that imitation is often the imitation is often the highest form of flattery. Of course, you can be sure that they will never pull it off with the same measure of perfection as you. When they can no longer keep up the pretense, they will probably turn the tables and criticize you for being pretentious. But of course, it's not you who is trying to keep up with the Joneses. Why would you? You are the Jones. You are Jones. Careless use of words can create havoc. You are extremely intelligent and can be labeled a know-it-all, an ignoramus, which would be devastating affront to your dignity. Most Life Path 7s enjoy intelligent discussions and cannot bring themselves to partake of unsophisticated exchanges. Of course, this can leave you conspicuously silent at times. Life Path 7s become introverted, shy, insecure, or boorishly loud and aggressive when they are unsure of themselves. Wow. Whenever there is a heavy, unproductive argument, most Life Path 7s leave it to others to do the shouting and convincing. They sit quietly, look dignified, and prepare to be listening, and appear to be listening. But what they're really doing is escaping and venturing inward. They find their answers within, to the tranquility of their own mind, or they will get up and leave the scene entirely. There is always the element of the loner in Life Path 7. But only when the 7s really know their stuff, they share their wisdom. Instead of arguing their point, debates are won and respect is gained. You're seeking wisdom, but what is the point of amassing knowledge if it is not shared with others? When you realize how blessed you are, when you learn something profound from each experience, when you find the courage to share your knowledge and dreams with others, and when you realize that it's okay to want to be alone and that aloneness does not require you to be lonely, your impressive contributions to life will be recognized and you will be sought out for your special knowledge and rewarded accordingly. There will always be the mundane and mediocre, the crude and the rough, the ignorant and the evil. But as long as you accept these aspects as part of life's reality without compromising your own position, the Life Path 7 can take you wherever you want to go. Wow. So that was Life Path 7. Life Path 7 is the path of intelligence. You're very, very, very smart. You're intelligent. You like to be around intelligent people. You have high standards. You like conversations. You like, you're a perfectionist. You have a lot of unique qualities. You have a lot of good points. And you have a lot of things that you have to overcome. You have to overcome your fears. So Life Path 7 is pretty cool. And that is it. So the link will be in the description box if you want to check out the article for yourself. And the birth chart information is also there. So if you want to check that out, just tap on the link and it'll take you straight there. So always lead with love. Thanks for watching. Thanks for clicking on the video. And I'm on to Life Path 8. Bye.